Another explosive drama has shaken the 2025 MotoGP. Shocking reports have emerged in Bologna claiming that Pecco Bagnaia went on a rampage in the garage and even asked to leave due to Marc Marquez's ruthless dominance, which has completely shaken Ducati. Tensions are running high, and the entire paddock is now fixated on the biggest upheaval ever seen within the team. Could this be the start of the biggest rift in Ducati's history? Let's discuss it. The Ducati Lenovo team garage is reportedly on the brink of civil war. According to inside sources, the situation behind Ducati's red doors is far more heated than it appears in front of the cameras. While Marc Marquez secured his 9th World Championship, his teammate and reigning champion, Pecco Bagnaia, is said to be in the most fragile mental state he has experienced since joining the Italian manufacturer. According to reports, Bagnaia is deeply frustrated and said to be ready to end his time at Ducati. The start of the 2025 season was expected to mark a new era of glory for Ducati. By pairing two MotoGP icons, two-time world champion Pecco Bagnaia and the legendary Marc Marquez, Ducati projected itself as the most formidable team in the history of the sport. On paper, this pairing was hailed as the ideal combination of a defending champion's composure and a title-hungry legend's aggressiveness. However, reality fell far short of expectations. Bagnaia won only once in the last 7 races, a disappointing result for the leader of the Ducati project. Meanwhile, Marc Marquez performed consistently and almost flawlessly, collecting podium after podium and using each race as an opportunity to demonstrate his growing dominance. This stark difference in performance triggered internal rifts at Ducati. Behind closed doors, the whispers in the paddock grew louder. Previously unseen tensions began to emerge within the red garage. Some team members reportedly even began to question whether Bagnaia was still worthy of leading the Ducati project, or if the new era of Ducati had officially become the era of Marc Marquez. Marquez did something almost impossible to believe once again. He won the 2025 MotoGP World Championship. This sensational victory was immediately hailed as the greatest comeback in motorsport history. Not only did it restore his name to the top, it also confirmed that the alien was not finished, even after years of injuries that nearly ended his career. With this 9th title, Marquez now stands alongside legendary figures such as Valentino Rossi, marking a new era in the fight for MotoGP supremacy. Analysts worldwide agree that the combination of Marquez and the Ducati GP25 is unbeatable. Maturity as a rider, ferocious speed, increasingly precise strategy, and steely mentality all combine to create an unbreakable dominance. These elements came together to create a grand narrative, the coronation of Marc Marquez as the new king of MotoGP. However, amidst the euphoria, a contradictory rumour also emerged. Marquez suffered a serious accident at Mandalika after colliding with Marco Bezzecchi. According to this rumour, Marquez was seriously injured. He appeared in the Valencia paddock as a spectator, not a rider. While one side of the Ducati garage was filled with applause and celebration for the new champion, the other was shrouded in darkness. Pecco Bagnaia, who had been a symbol of Ducati's success for the previous 2 seasons, was reportedly experiencing the worst performance instability of his career. He was struggling to find his signature racing rhythm, and the motorcycle setup repeatedly failed to respond as expected. The situation was further complicated by the internal pressure of being Marc Marquez's teammate, which limited his scope for manoeuvre. The media gradually shifted its focus away from Bagnaia, instead focusing on Marquez's continued dominance. This created a layer of pressure that seemed to affect the 2-time world champion's mentality. The culmination of these issues came in Portimao. While trying desperately to catch the front group, Bagnaia crashed, leaving the entire garage silent. Several internal sources revealed that Bagnaia's relationship with the GP25 was also deteriorating. The GP25 was no longer responding to Pecco's input. He felt he wasn't being listened to as he used to, said one insider. This is when rumours of Bagnaia's move to Aprilia began to grow stronger. Recent rumours have become increasingly wild. Aprilia, which is now far more competitive than in previous seasons, has reportedly made a strong approach to Bagnaia. The Noale-based team reportedly sees Bagnaia as the ideal person to lead the development of their bike. The new V4 engine, which is smoother and more stable, is also considered a perfect fit for Pecco's riding style, making this move seem increasingly plausible. At Aprilia, Bagnaia could become the sole king, free from the shadow of Marc Marquez's dominance, which he currently experiences at Ducati. For Bagnaia, a move to Aprilia could offer an escape from the mounting pressure he has faced throughout the season. It could also be a golden opportunity for him to start a new chapter after his reputation was tarnished by Marquez's brilliance, build a project from scratch, and become the team's centre of attention. It's no wonder these rumours have made Ducati management uneasy. The once harmonious relationship between Pecco and the team is reportedly now strained. The two-time world champion feels he is no longer Borgo Panigale's golden boy, as the team seems more captivated by the aura and euphoria that Marc Marquez brings to the garage. Some analysts have even drawn comparisons between this situation and the legendary Rossi-Lorenzo rivalry. However, there is one major difference. Marquez and Bagnaia are both world champions and possess immense talent and the necessary ego to lead a project. In the Ducati garage, questions are being asked. Has the GP25 been developed more for Marquez's riding style? Is Ducati starting to prioritise Marquez because of his greater chances of winning the title? All of this reinforces the theory that Bagnaia is now at a crucial crossroads in his career. If rumours of Pecco Bagnaia's departure are true, it could shake up the entire MotoGP competitive landscape. For Aprilia, the arrival of a world champion would be a significant step forward, elevating them from dark horses to strong contenders for the 2026-27 title. Bagnaia's presence would provide the direction, stability and leadership that Aprilia has been searching for. Conversely, Ducati will face a far more complex situation. While they may still enjoy absolute dominance thanks to Marc Marquez's brilliance, losing Bagnaia would mean losing a rider they have developed, nurtured and trusted for years. His departure would force Ducati to open a new chapter. Who is the right person to fill this crucial position? The collision of Marquez's dominance and Bagnaia's frustration within the Ducati garage is an unprecedentedly intense clash of polarising forces. This creates tremendous psychological pressure for Pecco and the entire team, which is torn between two opposing forces. Should Pecco move to Aprilia, it would be one of the most shocking transfers in MotoGP history, shaking up the power structure and opening a new chapter in his career. However, if he chooses to stay, the racing world will be treated to one of the most intense internal rivalries since Yamaha's golden era with Rossi and Lorenzo. What do you think is the best move for Pecco at this point? Should he leave to rediscover his identity as a champion, or stay and battle it out with Marquez to prove who truly deserves to be Ducati's leader? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.